What kind of special mission could prompt the Truman aircraft carrier fleet sailing off the coast of Africa to quickly dispatch two F-18 Super Hornet jets to fly into Nigerian airspace at top speed? Such an intrusion could easily lead to being shot down, but they couldn't worry about that now. After about half an hour of flying, the jets neared their target. The pilots confirmed the bombing location with ground personnel and then swiftly headed to the target, dropping several heavy bombs. In an instant, the soldiers below were obliterated, but why would they take such a huge risk for this bombing mission? The story goes back 3 days. A SEAL team had just completed a mission and returned to the Truman aircraft carrier by helicopter. Unexpectedly, upon landing, the colonel informed them of a military coup in Nigeria. The Fulani rebels had killed the entire family of the leader, and they were using violent means to sweep the nation, conducting ethnic cleansing. The military issued a new mission to rescue a doctor from an international aid organization, along with 2 nuns and a priest. With little time and a heavy task, the colonel gave them only a few hours of rest. That night, they silently entered Nigerian airspace on a Greyhound transport plane. Upon reaching the drop zone, the team jumped out using a high-altitude, low-opening halo jump, a technique unique to special forces to avoid enemy radar detection. Once they landed at the target location, they immediately found the rescue targets. The sniper provided cover from the perimeter, while the team leader and the medic entered a building with a woman they had captured on the way. Inside, they found Dr. Linai, the 2 nuns, and the priest. The leader quickly identified himself and explained their mission. Although Dr. Linai believed him, she was in the middle of surgery and hoped the team would leave temporarily. Time was tight, so the leader suggested the medic assist with the surgery, allowing her to step outside for a private conversation. With someone to take over, Linai agreed to leave. Outside, she asked the leader to explain their entire plan. He said they only needed to walk 2 kilometers to reach a helicopter pickup point. He told her to gather the other 3 and their belongings to leave with them. Hearing that only 4 would be taken, Linai insisted she wouldn't leave the others unless the leader could take everyone capable of moving. With the rebels possibly arriving soon, the leader had no choice but to have her notify the nuns and priests to prepare while he sought higher approval. After Linai left, he reported the situation to his superiors, who instructed him to stick to the original plan. Knowing this wouldn't work, he falsely claimed his request was approved, urging Linai to prepare for departure. At dawn, they set out, but the nuns and priests chose to stay. The leader agreed, as rescuing Linai was the priority. Soon, the SEAL team, with everyone able to walk, headed to the pickup point. Unexpectedly, shortly after they left, the rebels arrived at the village they had just vacated, taking control of everyone. Despite the priest's explanations that they were only wounded and unarmed, the rebel leader ignored him, glanced at the priest's cross pendant, signaled an officer, and left. What followed was horrific. The officer drew a long sword and beheaded the praying priest. Meanwhile, the SEAL team reached the pickup point, where 2 Black Hawk helicopters were approaching. To help the helicopters locate them, they launched 2 flares, which later proved costly. The helicopters soon found their exact location. One helicopter landed to pick up the targets, while the other hovered for security. The leader signaled his men to bring Dr. Linai aboard first, which puzzled them. He assured them she would go first and they would follow. As they neared the helicopter, Dr. Linai sensed something was wrong. It seemed they were preventing villagers from boarding. Just before boarding, she confronted the leader, asking if he never intended to take the villagers. The leader admitted mission was to extract her. The leader didn't want it this way, but he had no better option to ensure Dr. Linai's compliance. He knew what staying meant for the villagers, but he had no choice but to leave. As the helicopter took off, the villagers watched their escape slip away, knowing death awaited them. Unexpectedly, the helicopter returned after witnessing the rebels massacre the remaining villagers, leaving bodies and burning homes behind. Seeing the devastation, the leader regretted his decision. Dr. Linai was speechless with grief. The team wanted to return for the villagers, so the leader defied orders and redirected the helicopter. They returned to the pickup point where the villagers couldn't believe their eyes. Upon landing, the leader prioritized evacuating the elderly, sick, and young. Dr. Linai hugged him for his kindness. After ensuring everyone's safety, they led the remaining villagers to the second pickup point.